Cristiano Ronaldo penalty goals in the Champions League. Nerves of steel. Bullseye goat. How pressure turned into power on Europe's biggest stage. The stadium is silent. 80,000 people, quiet. The goalkeeper dances on the line. The referee steps back. The whistle blows. One kick. That's all it takes. Miss, and headlines will scream. Score, and history remembers your name. In the Champions League, under the brightest lights in football, there was one man who walked to the penalty spot not with fear, but with control. Cristiano Ronaldo. And what he did from 12 yards out wasn't luck. It was mentality. Stay with me, because by the end of this, you'll understand why Ronaldo's penalties in Europe weren't just goals. They were psychological warfare. Chapter 1. The myth of the simple penalty. People say penalties are easy. 12 yards, one ball, one goalkeeper. But the truth, a penalty in the Champions League is not just a technical act. It's psychological survival. Your heartbeat rises, your breathing tightens, your mind races. Now imagine that moment. Quarterfinal second leg, 88th minute, aggregate tied, millions watching worldwide. That's not practice. That's pressure. And this is where Cristiano Ronaldo separated himself. Chapter 2. Ronaldo and the art of composure. When Ronaldo walks to the penalty spot, something changes. He slows down. He places the ball deliberately. He steps back with precision. He locks eyes with the goalkeeper. It's almost ritualistic. Because routine reduces chaos. Sports psychologists often explain that elite performers use repetition to control anxiety. Ronaldo mastered this. His body language sends a message. I am not nervous. And whether that is fully true or not, the goalkeeper believes it. Chapter 3. The numbers behind the ice. Over his Champions League career, Ronaldo took dozens of penalties. And he converted the vast majority. But here's what makes it legendary. It wasn't just group stage goals. It wasn't just comfortable leads. Many came in knockout ties, finals, must-score moments, late-game scenarios. That's where penalties become heavy. And Ronaldo made them light. Chapter 4. The run-up, a psychological weapon. Ronaldo's run-up is iconic. Measured steps, controlled pause, explosive strike. But this isn't accidental. Goalkeepers try to read body language. Some players rush, some hesitate awkwardly. Ronaldo, he dominates the tempo. He decides when the shot happens. And when you control tempo, you control tension. Chapter 5. Champions League knockout pressure. Let's understand context. In league football, a missed penalty hurts. In the Champions League knockout rounds, it can eliminate you. The difference is massive. When Ronaldo stepped up in knockout matches, the stakes multiplied. Elimination risk. Away goals implications, legacy impact. And yet, time after time, he converted. Not softly, not cautiously, confidently. Chapter 6. The 2014 final, when history watched. In the 2014 Champions League final, Real Madrid were chasing La Decima. The pressure was historic. And when Ronaldo stepped up from the penalty spot, the weight of an entire club's obsession rested on his shoulders. He didn't rush. He didn't overthink. He struck with authority. It wasn't just a goal. It was confirmation. Ronaldo embraced the biggest moments. Chapter 7. The Juventus statement penalty. When Ronaldo moved to Juventus, critics questioned whether his Champions League dominance would follow him. Then came another crucial penalty in Europe. Different league, different teammates, same composure. He proved something important. The mentality wasn't environment-based. It was internal. Chapter 8. The science of pressure resistance. Why did Ronaldo rarely crumble under penalty pressure? Science offers clues. Repetition, thousands of training penalties. Visualization, mental rehearsal before matches. Breathing control, regulating heart rate. Confidence conditioning, believing in outcome before execution. Elite athletes train their nervous systems. Ronaldo didn't rely on hope. He relied on preparation. Chapter 9. The goalkeeper mind game. Before a Ronaldo penalty, goalkeepers face a dilemma. Dive early. Wait. Guess direction. Because Ronaldo strikes with power, places accurately, rarely telegraphs direction. Goalkeepers know guessing wrong is fatal. And hesitation increases pressure. In many ways, the penalty battle was already won before he kicked. Chapter 10. Power versus placement. Many penalty takers prioritize finesse. Ronaldo often combines controlled power, low trajectory, minimal reaction time. This reduces goalkeeper reach window. Physics meets precision, and in high-pressure environments, minimizing variables increases success. Ronaldo understood that instinctively. Chapter 11. The late-game ice moments. Some of Ronaldo's most memorable Champions League penalties came late. After 80 minutes. After fatigue sets in. After mental exhaustion builds. But here's the key. Fatigue affects decision-making, yet Ronaldo's routine remains unchanged. Consistency under exhaustion is elite discipline. Chapter 12. Handling misses. Even legends miss penalties. But what separates great players from iconic ones is response. When Ronaldo missed in Europe, he didn't hide. He demanded the next one. Confidence doesn't come from perfection. It comes from resilience. Chapter 13. Leadership from the spot. In Champions League matches, teammates look for stability. When Ronaldo walked to the spot, you could see relief. Because he wanted responsibility. And that matters. Leadership in football isn't always speeches. Sometimes it's stepping forward when everyone else feels the weight. Chapter 14. Comparing era greats. The Champions League has seen many elite penalty takers. But few have taken as many in decisive moments. Converted at such a rate. Combined longevity with knockout importance. Sustained excellence over multiple eras is rare. Ronaldo achieved it. Chapter 15. Adaptation over time. Early in his career, Ronaldo sometimes relied more on raw power. As he aged, his penalties became even more refined. Better placement, smarter goalkeeper reading, increased patience. He evolved. And evolution extends greatness. Chapter 16. Mental strength versus talent. Anyone can learn technique. Few can master mentality. Penalty success in the Champions League isn't about foot strength. It's about emotional control. Ronaldo trained that like a muscle. Chapter 17. Why fans trusted him. When Ronaldo stood over the ball, fans felt belief. Not hope. Belief. That confidence spread through stadiums. Psychology in football is contagious. He transmitted certainty. Chapter 18. Ice-cold celebrations. After scoring penalties, Ronaldo's celebrations weren't wild panic. They were controlled power. Because for him, the job was expected. Not miraculous. And expectation at that level is rare. Chapter 19. The legacy of 12 yards. When future generations study Champions League history, they will see goals, hat tricks, knockout comebacks. But they will also see something else. Repeated composure from the penalty spot. That consistency under ultimate pressure defines competitive greatness. Chapter 20. Why nerves of steel isn't just a phrase. Steel doesn't bend easily. And on the biggest European nights, Ronaldo didn't bend. He absorbed crowd noise, media pressure, defensive intimidation, historical stakes, and still struck the ball cleanly. That's not coincidence. That's conditioning. Final chapter. When the whistle blew. The whistle blows. Silence falls. Millions watch. And one player steps forward. Throughout the Champions League era of his dominance, that moment became predictable. Because when the penalty mattered most, Cristiano Ronaldo delivered. Again. And again. And again. That's why his penalty goals in Europe aren't just statistics. They are case studies in composure. They are lessons in preparation. They are proof that under the highest pressure in club football, he had nerves of steel. Bullseye goat fire. If you believe pressure creates legends. If you've watched Ronaldo silence stadiums from 12 yards. If you know mentality separates icons from stars. Right finger like this video. Right finger subscribe for more elite football breakdowns. Right finger comment. Would you trust Ronaldo with a last-minute penalty in a UCL final? Because football history is full of great players. But when it came to Champions League penalties, no one walked to the spot with more authority. Cristiano Ronaldo. Bullseye goat fire.